Hey, good morning, everyone. It is Pastor Bob with another daily Bible reading insight. Good morning to our Wesley friends, Wes Williams, and our Facebook friends coming to you from the pastor's office over at Wesley, the office of awesomeness. Hey, we have an open day. Before we get to that, I wanted to invite you to an old-time tent revival service Saturday night here at Wesley in our parking lot. For you locals who have other church families and you're hanging out with them Sunday morning and thought, man, I would really love to hang out with Pastor Bob and his church family, here's your chance. We're going to have a bluegrass band that is going to be jamming some gospel songs for us. And we're going to have praying, we're going to have fellowship, we're going to have a word. And did I mention we're going to have an ice cream social afterwards? So 6:30 Saturday night at Wesley. Open day, I wanted to go back to Psalm 66 from yesterday. Here's a question for you. Does God test us? Well, the psalmist writes, starting in verse 10, the NIV, "For you, God, tested us. You refined us like silver. You brought us into prison and laid burdens on our backs. You let people ride over our heads. We went through fire and water, but you brought us to a place of abundance." Well, maybe, Pastor, you're just pulling that out of context and God doesn't really test us. I can't imagine a God who's all loving and all kind and all merciful is going to test us. Well, my friends, Exodus 16:4 says, "Then the Lord said to Moses, Behold, I will rain bread from heaven for you. The people shall go out and gather a day's portion every day, that I may test them, whether or not they will walk in my instructions." Exodus 20:20 says, Moses said to the people, "Do not fear, for God has come in order to test you, and in order that the fear of him may remain in you with you, so that you may not sin." Wait, there's more. Psalm 11:5 says, "The Lord tests the righteous and the wicked, and the one who loves violence, his soul hates." And well, you're thinking, that's God the Father in the Old Testament. He's old school. That's how he does it. Surely Jesus is more compassionate, right? Well, you would be mistaken. John 6:5 and 6 says this, "Therefore Jesus, lifting up his eyes and seeing that a large crowd was coming to him, said to Philip, 'Where are we to buy bread so that these may eat?' This he was saying to test him, for he himself knew what he was intending to do." God tests us. Now, don't freak out. You're like, I haven't studied. I don't even know the material. Yes, you do. The test question, though it may appear differently, is always the same. It's this: do you trust me? Do you trust me in the valley? Do you trust me in the battle? Do you trust me when you seem to be surrounded with brokenness, with suffering, with self-doubt and regret and shame? Do you trust me? Faith. God is always asking for our hearts, and how we give our hearts to him is faith. Yes, God, despite everything around me, despite all the hard things, broken things, awful things, I trust in your goodness, your kindness, your perfect plan for restoration. I trust you. That is how we pass the test. Pastor Bob with another daily Bible reading insight. We'll see you tomorrow.